Yards this season. It's the Panthers and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
I'm being hit by what, bro?
Nick Folk ready to do the honors.
From Ricochet,
Off we go
okay.
from Bank of America Stadium. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They're brought out by a rookie known for his incredible arm strength. It's the 6th-rounder from Tennessee, Joe Milton.
He's one of their
Hey, more sorry, bro. I hate you. And you can give me kills.
He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position. And it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Mustang 19.
Let's find them squirrels still better be running, too.
Running back sent in motion.
No, facts, bro, but... No, facts, because I stole the squirrel girl, nigga, and I used her stuff. And then she killed me. And they still better be gone.
A penalty?
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Milton. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Fucking Blues.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that makes it 2nd and long.
Fuck.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for
God damn.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long.
Got
that one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this is
nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they
how you like that, Captain America?
Move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Some tough luck last week for this
I wish you get your ass
2
on.
touchdowns.
That's all I hear is Duke behind me, bro.
Just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap for Hurts.
Oh, get him.
That's caught for the first. They get 22 on that one.
This team
really,
really
I
trying.
swear to God, I thought we had the whole time.
I did too.
No, I'm sitting here fighting these two niggas for nothing. No bullshit.
I'm sitting there not fighting. I thought we had the point too. I'm over here defending like we got to be.
Me too.
Good shit, 50.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Okay.
There we go. Let's work.
That's fine. Y'all got that. Y'all got me that time. Y'all sure thought we had that bitch, bro.
They got me too.
Stay on top. Stay on top. Stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that.
I'm fighting
Just
for
stay on
everything.
top of the deep threat.
Fighting for all the marbles, and they got the marbles.
To move the chains.
Like a bit.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end. Because that's
I'll get them all, and they got it.
Gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake.
Fuck
And then
are
when he
you,
releases, he gets it.
bitch? Let that shit go, ho.
Panthers pick this one up.
Motherfucker.
And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
There are so many fundamental details to play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB
Let me know when you're done, nigga.
Huge turn of
No, I'm
events.
ready, man.
Now
I'm
for the
on this
second
bitch.
time, we take a
I
look
ain't
at
got
this
nothing
Panther
else for this
offense.
right now.
They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock.
Hell
Still
no, we
searching for
didn't.
that opening first down as they take the field a second time.
And they just beat my ass.
They're
I
out
don't
and
see
set.
it.
1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he goes down at the 10-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Now Milton to throw. He's throwing deep to the
Got
left
it.
side. He's got it deep downfield. And he does
Good
quite
shit,
a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Yeah, why would I go over there? You for real. I'm already here.
I invited him.
And he's brought down
I just say I can't. You know I ain't fast with it.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina
What's up with it, big
first.
bro?
They're set up at the 35 now.
I knew you was gonna start scoring. I just knew
Back
it.
to throw. Here's Milton.
I was on peace this time when you started violence, bitch. Fuck you.
I
know how you coming today, so I had to be first. You feel
This is
me?
why we hear
I feel
about
it, though.
closing speed so often when you
I'll
evaluate
take my
players.
fuck you back.
You know, once he senses the
That was the
pressure,
case.
he's getting rid of that ball.
Talking that
It
shit
takes a
yesterday,
player who can
so,
close
Yeah, I
quickly
was
to
on my
get to him
bullshit
before it's
yesterday.
released.
Pocket isn't holding.
God.
They're able to drop him.
I'm trying to say
Looking
this
to
was
tempo some
fake,
hurry-up
right?
offense.
Y'all over there in Marvel Rivals.
Getting busy too.
I might try to hop on, man. I ain't doing shit but letting this
Third
computer
and
fight
long
on
for him
my
here. Flushed out of the
just
pocket.
Injustice.
It's tipped away. And it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Bro, the jet right here, bro, won't heal me.
Set for the punt.
Bro,
And this will
come
be
on,
his
fuck
second
on,
effort of the
Sub Zero.
contest.
You gonna beat this bitch up, we gonna have a problem. The upgrade.
Why you die, you son of a motherfucking shark?
Your gear is
No return
ass.
on
That's
that
the
punt.
problem.
And the
I can only do
Chargers
so
are going to
much,
take
bro.
over deep in their own territory.
I'm fighting 3 tanks.
The
It's
Chargers
your
getting their
gear,
offense
bro.
set for
Your
their
gear
second
is
drive.
terrible.
And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get them back here.
I'm looking for you.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Your
From the
gear is
pistol.
ass,
Hurts.
folks.
He's
Your
taken down. The
gear.
Panthers rush gets home.
Your gear
And the
is
big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half. You're just kind of waiting.
I need to
Just kinda
upgrade
trying to
your
get a
gear.
feel for which
I ain't
defense
on
is
my
going to come out
feet, bro.
tonight.
How?
If you get
Definitely
that
can
sack,
upgrade
that could
that
go
shit.
a long way to
This shit
infusing
gonna
some
piss me
energy
off,
on that
too.
side of the ball.
Complete to Coleman.
That's some scary ass shit.
And he gets a small
Hey,
chunk there
literally
before he's touched down.
Scary ass shit.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
I lost 6 times already.
On third down, it's Hurts.
There we go. Let's work, Jacobs. Let's work, Jacobs. Let's fucking work, Jacobs.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape.
Get through that shit.
Just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense. Puts a sack on the board.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be Panthers football.
Boy, that shit hurt it.
Why you finna put some doodle on that nigga?
Cause Zero just got beat the fuck up by Wonder Woman, nigga. That bitch beat the dog shit out. Wow, this nigga so bad, it don't make no sense. Well, so like, you did this nigga a big birdie, nigga.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the
somebody
first
get this
time.
fucking...
There we go. There you go. Come on. Let's work. Let's fucking work. Let's work.
And a new set of downs.
Let's work, nigga.
Let's fucking work.
31
Let's
yards
fucking
on the
work,
play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on
man, can you do something about that? Or
it was also, so y'all ain't do shit to yourself. I won the game.
Dot. There we go. A fucking dot. It's a fucking dot. Let's work.
So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play and catch up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
It's cold outside.
Randy Bullock on to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
You should have known these bitches don't spray. My gun, my gun. You talking about my gun, my gun. Ooh, ooh.
Bullock now to kick this
I
one
got
away.
so much honey. Even the bees and the leaves.
Return starts at the 3.
I'm not about that. That's a real shit.
He stopped on the
Come on,
return
I
at
want
the
y'all to hit.
27.
Let's hit.
Now LA getting its offense all set to
I
go.
got so
Things sure
much
started out rough, and they've
honey.
stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Cause I know you're running.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts.
I'm
Now to be caught by Adam Thielen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. Hurts now from the gun. That pass caught by Tate Dell. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the 6.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he was going to pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. You're set up at the 35 now.
I don't care, nigga. We're gonna get up out this level 1. Tired of looking at this level 1
down the middle with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small
loss. Goddamn animation, nigga. I'm tired of looking at
this
this
is one
level
of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he won't salvage that.
It's not matter. No.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose
let's go through this fucking deal.
That coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
I guarantee you he's going to get out.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
They attacking, right, big bro?
Of course, they're all plus 30s.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Running for it. Here's Henry. He gets the 1st and more inside the 15. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
That's insane. I get a chance to get MVP now.
As we get back for the 2nd, and they are thinking points. Working inside the red zone. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. Good pressure from the defense there as they trending in the wrong direction.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air,
No way to punish it that
we see
fast.
these coordinators when you get a nice run, let it gain some steam on the ground.
Bro, what the fuck? This bitch is beating the dog shit out of me.
Reacts well.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a ball,
he loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just for the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when you're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively. And that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Milton. On the move, headed right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
That's complete to Musgrave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. They go play action here. Buying some time right. He's on the move. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 44 here on second down. Escapes out to the left. Took off with it again. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Milton back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 1. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. Well, Jim Harbaugh, no stranger to barking at officials. And he's going to make them take another look at this one. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this. He did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. He's got it at the 5. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready.
Shotgun handoff to Carter. And he gets in, touchdown. The Panthers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. Bullock now to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. It's Henry on the counter. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Dell with the grab. Jukes one defender. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, Hurts. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down from the red zone. Connection made to Dell. And he's going to be tackled, but still...
Fucking number 3 just don't go fucking down at all. Like, this nigga don't fall, no nothing.
Get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Hurts throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught for the first. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Henry. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line. And the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Milton now. On target to Musgrave. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds a man, right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, go!
Trying to throw here out of the gun. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Chased out to his right. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it's second down coming up.
Ready? 19, 18. Check out.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. Has it at the 7. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Offense letting the clock reach 3 seconds as they take the timeouts, and they can try a field goal now before halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Havlicek is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we reached halftime in Charlotte. The hometown fans feeling good. Their Panthers have the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. The newest Steeler, Russell Wilson, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. Gus Edwards, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Kareem Hunt with a touchdown run. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Bullock now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Chargers and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And it just feels like he's been fighting uphill since this one kicked off today, doesn't it? The mistakes just canceling out a lot of what he's been able to do offensively on the positive end of things. This defense, man, they have seized on the mistakes and made life difficult.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the...
Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offense.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down throwing for Hurts. Complete Derrick Henry. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Hurts now from the gun. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Panthers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Carter here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
19 Lions. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
2nd and 10 now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
They've got a man in motion.
Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60.
To the air, 3rd and long. He's on the move. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Looking to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Julian Blackman. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they left the locker room front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts in too many possessions.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Coleman with the grab. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He had to pick up a 14 yards as the chains reset. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Thielen's got it. Complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield. The Panthers set to take the field. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 range, 70 range.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball.
He did that shit again. He did that shit last game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to draft him no matter what league I get in. This nigga is a demon.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. This is right, running left. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Bullock adds the PAT.
All right, let's work, y'all.
The Panthers push their lead to 3.
They're putting a little bit up. They're putting a little pressure on us. We got to make a move. Got to make a move.
Bullock now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Charger offense making its way to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts connects with Johnson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun. He finds Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Hurts looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled.
Don't get your ass laid the fuck out. Get your ass up. Nah, you felt that? You felt that like a monster.
That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Even Henry didn't want to take that hit. I'm getting nervous. Nigga, stay your big ass in. You gonna feel it too.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Gets this to Johnson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running once more with Henry. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Buying some time left. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
This nigga right here gets away every fucking time.
Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Starting from the 5. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made.
We got it back. Thank you.
25 on the return. The Panthers send a running back Jalen Wright.
Don't feel like we running enough. That's why I feel like we're losing.
We just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter first down.
Cowboy 80. Check go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. It's a design boot. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's keeping it again. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down from the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Right. Is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a lead just before the end of the third. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Bullock able to tack on the point after. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. Bullock now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made.
0-0. Jacobs, baby, Jacobs.
Well, hang on.
Another injured eye.
Looks
Boy,
like we got an injured player on the
boy
kick return.
mean.
They're going to check on him now. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 47. He's got it to him yet again. That is
He's scared to get hit, bro. He's scared to get hit. I will fall to the ground, too, bro. There wasn't no dive catch.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, Hurts. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Henry on the option. And all that for a single yard.
Damn, this nigga is big.
Get what he could there. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down. Another run for Henry. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They get 6 and a first down as well. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Hurts setting up to throw. Connection made to Coleman. And they haul him down just a
What a game, Chief, bro. How this nigga just ran through all my people?
Remember the
Oh, you gotta do it.
In some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And, of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20.
Did not need a fumble at this moment.
The Panther offense headed out to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
18, 18, take.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
79 Broncos. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks. 19 Tight. 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Now Milton to throw. Flush down out to his left. He's running with it. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Now run with right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Right again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Here we go.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A handoff for Davis, running right. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with
Put this boy in once, and he fumbles.
Let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
He was already down. That's not a fumble.
There's at least 3 points, too, but fortunately that ball stays with them in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers in range for a game-winning score.
Ready up.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. Hand off, running left, right. He has the first inside the 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers jump in front late. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Bullock now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
73. Right.
Setting up to pass. That's taken in by Henry. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
He got hurt.
Now following that completion, we see a man shaking
He hurt. Oh, he gone
he
for a minute. Yeah, he gonna be gone for a minute.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here he is to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. He'll look to throw it. Complete to Coleman. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
See how much that his stick got y'all so goddamn nervous. That his stick got them so nervous.
He'll be brought down at about the 29. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. And he gets him the touchdown. And
this nigga threw a dot.
Exciting play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer. Warrior 70.
Throwing now, Milton. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Bravo 80, Dragon 60. Ready?
Milton now. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Come on, set.
He'll throw it yet again. Has it downfield working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. To throw, Milton. Rolling left, buying some time. He takes it himself. And he breaks the tie. That could win him this game. Brock, touchdown! Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Now Bullock for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Bullock now to kick this one away.
Getting over there, getting the kicker. Yeah, want him to kick a kick out. What are you getting wrong, boy?
Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
It's intercepted. That will do it. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Went to the oh-well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.